ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
How about it, you creep, you lunatic?
Good morning, Raider Nation. Welcome to Raiders Allegiance with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. It is early in the morning, Thursday, and good morning. Hope you guys got your cup of coffee. You know what I mean? Got your cereal, whatever you got going before you run out that door this morning. Hope you guys got it. Let me send the shout outs to the rest of the guys of the Raider Asylum. We got my boy James Walker in the house. Yes, indeed. That's my boy. What's up, P. Steve? What's up? You know what I mean? Shout out to Dominic 5, man. Thank you for pulling up, my guy. For real, Mike Green. What is good with it, Mike Green? Thank you for pulling up. Shout out to Two Red Rings. Always here supporting your guy right here, man. Good morning to you as well. Man, let's go ahead and just wait a couple of minutes until we get some more people up in this motherfucker. You hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me? I see dead people, and they look like Broncos and Chiefs. Good morning, man. Let's get this motherfucker going. Matter of fact, where's my breakfast? I got a tall boy. Good morning, everybody. You already know it's all about the shield every day, all day. You know what I mean? 365 days and 366 on leap year. Let's get it. Pull on up. Let's do this shit. For real. Let's do this shit. Man, my camera be tripping, man. Motherfucker be having my shit all different colors and shit. But we live and direct coming from beautiful Las Vegas. Beautiful Las Vegas. It's been hot. It's going to be 106 degrees today. But you know what? It's a small thing to a giant. What is going on? We're going to talk about the news of Mr. Bradbury going to the Eagles and not the Raiders. We're going to talk about that one. Yes, indeed. We're going to talk about some other things too. It don't just stop there. Hell no, it don't just stop there. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about some other shit too, man. I want to since I know we got our rookies getting signed under new contracts and shit so they can hit the field with the rest of the big boys of the Raiders, you feel me? That's what we're going to be into. So I'm about to damn, just as fast as motherfucker stepped in, they stepped out. Go ahead, tiptoe back up in this motherfucker, man. Don't be scared. Yeah, my fucking camera be tripping. Focus, hocus pocus, focus on the man. Damn. Hold on, man. I always get this issue every fucking time I get on this damn fucking thing, man. This shit always want to act an ass. And I think it's every time I have to do an update on OBS, it keep bullshitting. It keep bullshitting with me, but we're going to fix that shit. Yes, indeed. We're going to go ahead and try to do something with this shit because this motherfucker is not cool. You're fucking off the program, OBS. Come on now. Let's get with the program. You know what I mean? Bam. All right. Where y'all at, man? Where y'all at? Where are you guys at? Where you at? Holly Tanner in the house. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you. We're gonna the numbers keep fluctuating in this day on this live, you guys. You know that? It keep fluctuating. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna wait a minute. Let me see if it catches up because I know there's a delay from me broadcasting and it being on me broadcasting and it being live on YouTube. I got it on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. It should be on Instagram. If not, somebody's gonna have to pay with their firstborn. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, never mind. We can still get into some other shit though. But yes, indeedy. Yes, we're gonna talk about Mr. James Bradbury. And what my opinion of him going to the Eagles, what that told me. And of course, it's the same story. It's the same thing with free agency thus far. How the Raiders don't leak shit out, and they won't tell you who they're really interested in, and they won't tell you who they done offer contracts to. None of that shit is out and about and at all, period. So what we're gonna do is, why do I think that? Well, the reason why I think that Bradbury, to be honest with you, I don't even think we even made an attempt to try to sign Bradbury. Us as fans, we try to draw the connection because of Patrick Graham, formerly of the Giants, and him being released from the Giants. But the money he's getting with the Eagles is $10 million. I don't think we were going to offer him $10 million. And he would not be able to get that $10 million until June 2nd anyway. So I don't think that was a target of ours. You know what I mean? People, we like I said, we keep attaching names to us just because of what history they didn't have with someone that's in his organization, coaching or whatnot. And that necessarily ain't always true. It's not necessarily always true. It's other factors that go into a player's process of elimination to go to a team that he chooses. I don't think the Raiders was on that list for the fact that I don't think we were willing to offer him $10 million a year. He already got $10 million from the Giants being released. So now he went to the Eagles and got another 10. So he's generally making $20 million this year on a 1-year deal. I just don't see Ziegler and them offering that to him. I don't see that. And what that also tells me is if they were offering him that much, that means they only had their eyes set on 2 players, because I'm thinking him at 10 and then somebody else, probably not at 10, but maybe close. Is it Williams? Is it Ndamukong Suh? I don't know, but I'm feeling it could be one of these 2 guys that the Raiders go out there and actually have an interest in. They said that they're interested. Well, not they. Media sources, content creators, or whoever else is saying that they're hearing that we have interest in Ndamukong Suh. It makes sense that we would, but as usual, we won't know until the contract is signed. You know what I mean? So it's like a wait and see. We have to wait and see if Suh is actually a player that the Raiders are interested in. And like I said, we won't find out until we sign him. There's hearsay, there's speculation, there's all kind of other shit, rumors, but we don't have anything hardcore factual. You know what I mean? We're, as fans, we want players like this to come help us. And so maybe we're just wishing that it happens, but we won't know. You know what I mean? That's just how this shit go. I think Graham has a lot of say in who comes, because this is his system. You know, you got to remember, McDaniels is offensive. So that's why he's the play caller, he's the head coach, he's the offensive coordinator, basically. And then our other was it Lombardi, the other offensive coordinator, pretty much is being groomed by McDaniels, but McDaniels is calling the plays. So I think that Patrick Graham has that same control, but on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I mean? So whoever he wants, and see, here's another key when it comes to the defensive players. Don't forget Patrick Graham's bread and butter, his background, before becoming a defensive coordinator, was defensive line and linebackers. That's where he's good at. That's where he's good. But he's a defensive coordinator now. But do not expect for a second that he would not have his hands on that defensive line and linebackers. And so going after Suh makes sense because that's defensive line. You know what I mean? Bradbury, yeah, Bradbury played for him, but I don't know if maybe we are set at with the players that we have. Maybe there's a couple more players you go out there and grab with the money you will have freed up. But we're not signing everybody that's connected to the team. Just like if we do sign Sue, Sue has no connection. You know what I mean? But looking at Sue's previous contracts, they weren't big. They didn't hit the cap hard. It was like 6 million, 8 million, never above 10, never at 10, really. So that is a reasonable team-friendly type deal. If he comes aboard, and you got to factor in, and it plays a big part, because this is how we also got the contract for Devontae Adams, there is no state income tax. So that fluctuates also. Oh, I got to take this. Hold on real quick. It's my son. Oh, he hung up. Oh no. This is priority. Let me call my dude, because I made him a Raider fan from birth. Watch this. Let me see what old youngin needs. I know he's supposed to go on a field trip today. Hello? What's up? Oh, you left him over here? Coming over soon? Okay. Before I let you go, what I need you to do, I'm on live. I need you to give out a Raiders real loud.
Okay.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Raiders.
Yeah. That's how you raise them. That's how you raise them. All right, son. Love you, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right. That's my boy. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I had to take that call. He got to come over because he got a field trip today with his school. I think next week is his last week in school, and this boy about to be 13 in August, man. They grow fast. But yeah, he been rocking with me with the Raiders since birth. I had him at Raider games at a young age, but with the Bradbury situation, I don't even really know if that was even a target of ours. I know it, like I said, as fans, we wanted this, but I don't really think that was a target. I think that we might be confident in the secondary that we have. Now, they say when you build a team, you build within the trenches. So Dominic Sue makes sense. Williams makes sense. Don't be surprised if those two are the ones we sign. You have to shore up your trenches. And those are two spectacular pieces on both sides of the ball that you can add. It will solve a lot of different needs. You know what I mean? Putting Sue at defensive tackle on this defense, grooming the young guys, you know what I mean? Like Farrell Jr. and Bilal Nichols, you know what I mean? And then you also get Daryl Williams to put at the right tackle. He could play guard too, though. He's interchangeable. So that's exactly what McDaniels is looking for, a player that can play multiple positions up and down the offensive line. Daryl Williams can do that. But him being solid at that position, also being able to groom these young dudes that we drafted. You know what I mean? Plus you got your Luminors and Leatherwoods. It makes fucking sense. Both sides of the ball. They come in and serve a purpose. That veteran leader to help along the trenches. So watching the film on Sue yesterday, I just imagine Sue put together with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. So that is my thought. I believe that it could be Sue and Williams. We haven't heard anything, but we haven't heard of anything that the Raiders was doing with previous signings or trades until after it happened. So don't be surprised if that sneaks up on us. You know what I mean? Hey, Sue is always happy. You know what I mean? Not happy. Look at me. He's always healthy. He's always healthy. He's solid. He's durable. You know what I mean? You want durability in the center of your defense like that on the line. But it's good to have depth and rotation pieces. That's no doubt. But he's solid. He does not get hurt on the regular. You know what I mean? So, man, I can dig it. I can dig it. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. Sue on this team under Patrick Graham? Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. I would like that addition. So I'm sold on the fact that I don't think secondary is going to be touched. I don't think at this moment, let's just say right now, because you always have the potential of a move happening. I know some people say they think a trade is coming. A trade could happen because we've seen what happened with Edwards. Nobody expected that shit. Like I said, when Raiders make a move, that's when we find out. We never know what they're up to. We moved Brian Edwards and nobody knew until it happened. And the next phase where a lot of trades happen is when we get to August and teams got to cut down to the 53. And rather than those hard decision cuts of veterans that are serviceable, but you know you can shed money and then add youth to replace it and groom them in their place, that happens. And that's a certain scenario that we're at. It could happen with, and I hate to say it because I want to keep Josh Jacobs, but if Zeus gets out there and if Zeus runs loose, then the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. And plus, they said if you trade, well, we looked it up the other day. If you trade Josh Jacobs after June 1st, it'll save you 2-point-something million. Same thing with Kenyon Drake, but in a trade post June 1st. And it gets you about the same money if you trade before then as well. But June 1st is almost here. I don't see that happening. The only way I see Josh Jacobs getting released is if Zeus get out there and balls out in the preseason. You know what I mean? And then it's going to come to rather than, but you would want to keep Jacobs, man. But it all depends if you want to shed some money. If that's what they're trying to do, then that's one route they can do it. But I don't think that money is an issue right now with us. That's not an issue because we're under the cap by like what 25 mil is going to be in a week. 25 mil. So there's not really a cap issue, you know? But the thing that can pique the interest of our front office is when other teams decide to cut down to a 53-man roster and some of their cuts are some star quality type plug and play type veterans that teams made a decision on letting go now that might only have 1 year left on their deal. You know what I mean? And rather than wait the whole season and let them go, take that roster spot, cut that veteran, let the young dude that they might have drafted come in and start now if he earns that spot in preseason. I'm telling you, when Carr was a rookie, Carr earned his starting job in preseason. He outright won that job. The idea was not for him to start. So sometimes you go into the preseason with an opinion of how you're going to do this, but then a player surprises you, a draft pick. So don't be surprised if Zamir White is that surprise. Look, don't be surprised if he is a surprise, because once Zeus get on the loose, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, because he has that kind of breakaway speed where if he gets past that second level, he's gone. He's gone. And the way our offense is set up, the secondary is going to be too occupied with Adams, with Renfro, and with Waller, and whoever that number 2 is, whoever wins it out. They keep saying OBJ. I wouldn't do it. Julio Jones would be nice, but maybe we are set at the second wide receiver with Cole, with Robinson, and with Hollins. Let them battle it out. Best man get it. Because those are not bad receivers, especially in a competition type environment. We will get the best man to man that position. That's all we want. So I'm just guessing because, like I said, we wanted Bradbury, but that doesn't mean the front office wanted Bradbury. Doesn't mean Patrick Graham wanted Bradbury. Maybe they are satisfied with Mullen and Rock Ya-Sin. You know what I mean? Maybe that's our starters. That's what it looks like to me. Or they would have made a move. You know what I mean? But maybe 10 million was too steep of a price they want to pay for Bradbury. So they just let him go to Philadelphia. There's all kind of things that make sense, but we don't know. Like I said, we're just a fan base speculating and being opinionated. But like assholes, everybody got one when it comes to opinions. But it's nice to sit here and be like, oh, we need to go get him. We as fans say we need that shit, but don't mean Ziegler and them say that shit. Ziegler be like, we don't need him. We got what we want. Hey, Just let the shit unfold and see what direction they're going. And when they make the move, we all find out at the same time. Shout out to everybody that's out there in the chat. You have cap space and not have real money to spend. Not sure how Davis. I don't listen to them news people, man. I read that article too. They said we got cap space, but we don't have cash. Come on now. The value of the Raiders went up tremendously since coming to Vegas. You know what I mean? Of course, every team took a hit the year before last because C19 shut that shit down. There was no fucking there was no fans at the game. Where you're generating your revenue at? Emergency funds. So you're in a hole for a year. Last year brought you out a little bit from the hole, but this year they're going all in. You got to remember what the league does is profit share. So when they get a TV deal, such as the one Amazon is paying, I think $1 billion a year for the next 11 years to host Thursday Night Football, most of that money goes in and spreads out equally and goes into the cap and goes to the teams. Teams, ain't no team left behind. They keep talking all the Raiders, they don't got that money. What the fuck you mean they ain't got the money? They sold tickets last year. They sold merchandise. You know what I mean? How else did fucking Mark Davis get the money to buy the fucking Aces? I know it wasn't a whole lot of money, but shit, it was money they spent to buy the team. There's a lot of motherfuckers on the outside looking in thinking they know every fucking working ins and outs of an organization and think they counting somebody's pocketbook. Nobody knows. If we don't know who the fuck the Raiders is traded for or signing, how the fuck we know how much money they got? I thought the books were all in disarray. Ain't that what they said? We're in the Stone Ages. We're keeping tabs of everything on paper. Money is missing. So if we don't have any money, how's that money missing? And they stole it from somewhere if that did happen. Come on. I get so tired of these so-called experts thinking they know every fucking thing. You know what I mean? They that's like them trying to tell me how much money I got. Tell me how much I got. You know what I mean? Shit, tell me I got more than what I got. Shit. Don't listen to that. Here's another way that I found out that even the net worth shit. I remember Ocho Cinco was on this podcast and he was talking about they trying to say that his net worth is $5 million, right? And he said, how they figure my net worth is $5 million? So he goes into his account on his phone and shows the guy on the podcast. He said, what'd that say? He said, you want me to say it? He said, go ahead and say it. He says, your account has 15 million. So if his bank account has 15 million in it, who the fuck came up with the idea that his net worth was 5 million? Don't believe that bullshit. Everybody wants to act like they know shit rather than be right about it. They don't know what Mark Davis got. Do we know what other business ventures Mark Davis has? Don't you know the naming rights of that stadium, Allegiant Stadium, for the next 30 years where they pay so much $1 million? Matter of fact, let's break this shit down. They kind of trying to say we don't really have the cash to sign anybody. Here's one little thing that's going to prove wrong. How much did Allegiant Stadium pay for the naming rights of the stadium in Vegas?
$25 million annually. According to Front Office Sports,
listen,
Allegiant Airlines inked a deal for naming rights to the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium in 2019 that's worth up to $25 million annually. Sophie became the naming rights partner of the Los Angeles Chargers Rams Stadium last year in a
So Allegiant Airlines is paying $25 million a year just to have their name on the building. And it's a 30-year deal. For 30 years, that will be Allegiant Stadium. I'll probably be dead by then, by the time they get a new name. You know what I mean? But they get 25. So how do they don't have any money? Come on, man. These people is fucking ridiculous. And that's just part of the naming rights. There's different spots inside. And I know that whole stadium, that's the Raiders Stadium. Believe it or not. Raiders invested in that. Because don't forget, when teams get new stadiums, the NFL throws money in with that team to go ahead and help pay for the cost, as well as the Raiders giving up their own money as well. And then the city of Las Vegas, $750 million with the little taxes on the hotels. Come on, we know it's almost a $2 billion stadium. So if Vegas came up with 750 million, where the other 1.25, where it come from? 1.25 billion, where that money come from? The NFL and the Raiders. Plus you get naming rights, and then don't forget also when they sell tickets at the stadium, they do what they call you just don't outright buy the tickets. You get you got to pay for the right. Damn, I'm drawing a blank again. Somebody's going to tell me in the chat. I know you're going to. The seat, this, oh my God, it's right on the tip of my tongue. The fucking damn, you have to pay for the right to go ahead and buy tickets, and then you buy tickets on top of that. This is how stadiums recoup money from building it. You know what I mean? The leasing rights. That's what all new stadiums do it. That's why the tickets are so fucking expensive. You know what I mean? Seat licensing agreements. You pay for the right, you pay for the seats, then you pay for the tickets and the seats. You pay for the rights to buy the tickets. That's basically what you're doing. So I'm telling, there's so much money involved in new stadiums. Come on now. Let me see. The value of the team. You don't think they can't take out a loan against the Raiders with the, let's see. How much is the Las Vegas Raiders worth?
Around 3.42 billion US dollars. According to Statista, in 2021, the franchise value amounted to around 3.42 billion US dollars.
$3.42 billion is how much the Raiders is worth. So if we only got $25 million in salary cap space and we don't have that money, you don't think he can borrow $25 million against a team worth $3.4 billion? Come on, let's do the math. Let's do the math. You could take, man, come on now. I be hating when these dudes be talking that shit. Exactly. Thank you, Two Rings. PSLs. So purchase seat licensing agreements. You pay for the right to buy tickets. This is all extra income that new stadiums get to get the money back that it costs to build the shit. It's smart. It's smart. You know what I mean? It makes the price high as fuck, but you know people are going to buy them. And if people don't buy them, corporations do. Just like you're in Vegas. You got fucking a million different hotels and casinos that can afford that shit. And then they can comp like their best high rollers, comp them game tickets. Easy. Oh, you up here gambling $1 million poker hands and shit. Boom. We're going to comp you 2 50-yard seats to the Raiders playing whoever. They do shit like that. The casinos will buy the tickets. That's why I said Vegas is the land of milk and honey. Any business, if you smart, can come here and prosper because it's the only city that the whole world comes to. You don't have to travel out and peddle any product that you're selling. You don't have to get on a plane and go to Japan. You don't have to go to Russia. You don't have to go to Australia because all of them, they come here. I know because I have a clothing line. And when I get out and promote my clothing line, I get out on the strip and I hand out free shirts and hats and shit like that and give them the website. Word of mouth is a motherfucker. People ask, hey, where you get that hat from? Oh, I went to Vegas and this guy, now he's taking my product back with him to China and Australia and Russia and God knows wherever else. So I'm stationary in one city, but still can get my product out to the world. That's Vegas. That is Vegas. I'm telling you. So it's like, I don't listen to, I seen somebody do an article saying, oh, we're cash strapped. We got $25 million under the cap, but we don't have $25 million. Like he can't just liquidate 0.5% of his ownership in the team where he still keep ownership, but just go ahead and take a loan against the shit. Come on, man. How much is that? How much is fucking Mark Davis? Come on. Here's another thing. Watch this shit. This shit be ridiculous. I like, hey, Mythbusters. We doing Mythbusters Raider style. Watch this shit. How much is Mark Davis's new house being built for?
$14 million. According to KTNV, Raiders owner Mark Davis plans on building $14 million mansion in Henderson.
So where did Mark Davis get $14 million to build a mansion? Come on, y'all. Come on. Hey, I'm poking holes all through these motherfuckers' stories. I'm telling you. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. I may not be the most articulate motherfucker on earth, but goddamn it, I'm gonna get you the truth. Believe that shit. Believe that shit. I will get you the truth. We will dig together. You know what I mean? You hold the flashlight and I get to digging with the shovel. It's all good. Hey, shout out to Anthony Estrada, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. Thank you for the kind words. Man, anytime you want to come back, come back. Are we expected to cut anyone post-June to free up? It's a possibility. It could happen. Because I'm gonna tell you, this is what it's gonna come out to be. And it's a domino effect. And thanks for that question, Two Rings. That's a damn good question. I think we will release somebody, but here's the domino that has to fall to make sure that happens, or that will ensure that will happen. For us to release somebody means we're gonna sign somebody, because we're gonna have to free up that space. Why else? It's kind of like thought-provoking of why we traded Edwards and we got rid of Trey, the undrafted free agent. Why we got rid of 2 wide receivers and didn't bring any in. And it can't be because of Hollins and Robinson, and we had them. We still had Edwards. And we picked up what you call it in free agency. Now there's another receiver, Hall. Is it Hall? Hall out of Ball State that's undrafted that we signed as well. But if you're releasing 2 wide receivers, who's going to fill that void? So not just that, we can't sign nobody until June 2nd. So if we do release anybody post June 1st, you will see the transaction happen of us signing somebody, and right behind it, somebody's getting released. Because you can only have 90 players on your roster going into camp. 90. And I think we're at that. So if you sign 2 players is getting released. It might be some lower echelon type players that wasn't going to make the team anyway, just for the spot, the roster spot. But financially, it's going to have, like you said, we're going to be under the cap anyway. So we're going to have $25 million to go out there. And I'm hoping it's going to be Darrell Williams and Ndamukong Suh if we sign anybody. Go ahead and reinforce the trenches. That's all we need. Looking at the season schedule, what games are you planning on going to? Okay, good question, Anthony Estrada. To be honest with you, attending the game won't be all of them, but I will be at every tailgate. Because in case none of you guys know, this is something that I'm doing for the channel. I'm filming 3 shows that's going to air on this channel. I said air like I'm a major network. But on Raiders Allegiance YouTube channel, I got 3 shows coming out this season. And I'm filming them every home game. The first show is called From the Shield to the Grill. It's a tailgating grilling show, which I feature someone from the Raider Nation, a fan just like us, and just show how he gets down on the grill. When he became a Raider fan, we're just going to conversate. I'm doing a show on them. Every episode is going to be somebody different. So that's one show. The other show I'm doing is called Raider Rides, which again takes a member of Raider Nation and shows off their car that they had either custom painted, wrapped, airbrushed, whatever they did to get that Raider detail on there. A nice, beautiful car with the Raider logo and shit. I'm going to do the same thing, but talk about their car. What gave them the idea, how long they've been a Raider fan, where they're from. Just get into talks like I'm talking to fans, but it's a show that I'm going to do an episode every home game. The third and last show is called Silver and Black Ink, which again, we take a Raider Nation member and highlight their tattoo, their Raider tattoo, and what gave them the idea to get it, what inspired it, where they're from, how long they've been a Raider fan. We're just going to chop it up, but go on about their tattoo, and hopefully I get some episodes where I get to actually film them getting the tattoo done. So we're going to get into that as well. So I got 3 shows coming out on this channel this season: From the Shield to the Grill, Raider Rides, and Silver and Black Ink. So be on the lookout. That's why I said, if this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, hit like, hit that notification bell, because you want to be notified when I drop these episodes. You want to be notified that the episode has dropped so you guys can check it out. You know what I mean? Something I want to do different, something to make this channel more than just a podcast. I want to bring entertainment and feature our nation, the Raider Nation, as the subject matter of the content. But I do plan on going. I might hit both preseason games. I might hit them. I'm looking into getting the home opener as well. And damn, I know that 49er game is expensive, dude. Is expensive. But like I said, I'm still gonna be at the tailgate. It is what it is. I'll come back home and watch the game. I got a nice size TV to watch the games on. You know what I mean? So yeah, good question. Hey, Anthony, do you is there any games that you plan on coming to or on the road, going on the road to see? Oh, and I might go to the season opener in LA against the Chargers as well. That's in the works right now. So that's another road game I might hit. For real. Thanks for the question. Odell Beckham is going to wear silver and black next year. Book it. Okay. Now, when you say next year, are you talking about the season coming up, or are you talking about the 2023 season? Let me know what you're talking about, because I got a thing about OBJ that I'm not really sold on. We the people, shout out, man, for pulling up. I appreciate it, for real. Van City Raider, my guy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about Odell Beckham, man. It's how far along is he in his recovery? See, I'm worried about that, because like I said, last time he tore his ACL, it took 11 months from the tear to the time he got on the field. If he takes 11 months this year with the ACL happening, tear happening in the Super Bowl in February, come on, bruh. That means he's out till January. The season's over. Ain't no sense in I don't know. It all, like I said, it depends on his recovery, and you don't want to rush him back too soon, because they said the time frame for an ACL to really know if they really healed is 2 years after the surgery. You got a 2-year gap where you monitor him and see exactly how that ACL is holding up, but you want to make sure you get out the clear. Just like Zamir White had 2 ACLs as well, but his last ACL tear was 4 years ago. And the one before that was 5 years ago, because he did it back to back. Senior year in high school and then college before the regular season even started. He did it in preseason. So I want to know how far along Odell Beckham is with the ACL repair as well as the rehab. That's the one thing that's good. If they tell me he's good to go when the season starts, but that's kind of quick, man. That's kind of quick. That's kind of quick, because, I mean, it can happen. They said generally it takes 6 to 9 months to come back from an ACL. But like I said, his first ACL took 11 months for him to come back and even see the field. 11, that's almost a year. And we can't use him if he's not, like they say, your best ability is availability. And if he's not available because he's still rehabbing, that he's taking up a roster spot and he's eating up money. You know what I mean? I wouldn't sign him. Let's go Raiders is the truth. That's it. You're really thinking I'm going to the game December 8th? Okay. December, hey, that's my birthday month, man. Hey, and we got a game on the 18th, and my birthday's the 19th. So, hey, I don't think we're here though. Hold on, let me pull up the schedule. Let me shit. Let me see real quick. But I'm there. I want to see all the games. I don't care if I'm at the game or not. Like I said, it's good to be at the game because of the atmosphere, but you see all the penalties and all that shit easy when you at home watching it on TV. You know what I mean? Plus the alcohol's cheaper and the food is cheaper. You know what I mean? They gonna get your ass for a beer at a Raider game. It's probably $15 for Corona. I know I went to the club out here in Vegas. I went to Club Tao inside the Venetian. I said, let me get a Corona. They gave me a 12-ounce Corona and charged me fucking $12. Ridiculous. So I'm knowing they probably doing the same shit at the Raider games. They did it back in Oakland. I remember I used to get the fucking beer at fucking Old Doc Co in Oakland Coliseum. They charge. Boy, they do not be bullshitting. You talk about trying to pull money out your ass. Man, I almost had to sell my son to cover I double fisted my beer and almost paid for him. That was $24 fucking for 2 beers at the Oakland Coliseum, man. Come on, $24 fucking for 2 beers? I can get a 12-pack of motherfucking Corona for like $14.99. But once you enter the gates, they ain't gonna let you come back in with no beer or nothing. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, they got some good. Hey, I would love to go to the Niner game. Hey, New Year's Day. Come on now. New Year's Day is gonna be lit out here in Vegas, man. Cause like back in the Bay, Niners and Raiders don't mix. That's oil and water. We don't like their ass, and they don't like us. And you know what? What I might do for that game, like the night before New Year's Eve, I might do it live. And I got a few friends that's Niner fans, and we're gonna talk shit. I'm gonna get them up on here. We're gonna do a Niner Raider podcast, and we just gonna talk shit, y'all. We gonna and they talk good shit too, though. But so do I. We're gonna be in the mix. I'm gonna have y'all very entertained. For real. Oh my goodness. Let's see, man. Yeah, man, it's a lot of shit to go over. What I wanted to go over and talk about, matter of fact, let's go ahead and dive into some good shit. Plus, my son's supposed to be coming anyway. Is he coming? He gonna come. He better. Oh, that's all right. He got a field day, but he got to get to school by I think 7:30. I think it is. Oh shit. Okay, let's check out and see what we got going on, y'all. So what's the one matchup this season, you guys, that's you're most anticipating to see? What's the best game this season, you matchup wise, that you want to see? The whole AFC West, dude. I want to slap the shit out of all of them twice. You know what I mean? I want to slap the shit out of their ass twice, for real. Boy, if we could sweep the AFC West with all the hoopla that ESPN and them gave the Chargers because they got Khalil Mack in them and J.C. Jackson, and then Russell Wilson going to motherfucking Denver, we don't give a fuck. We don't care about all that shit. Hey, they better worry about us getting Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams and the coaching staff we got. They better fear that shit. Because I'm telling you, we coming. We coming for that ass. I want to, if we could sweep everybody, we sweeping everybody. I want straight out bragging rights. I want to get into the playoffs. Then I start wanting to take down anybody in the playoffs that faces. All AFCs can get it. And then we can take down the NFC in the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. I think we can be good enough this year to make the Super Bowl. And I know that's a little bit optimistic, but you got to be optimistic. You got to be optimistic because all the moves we made were something to make you optimistic. You know what I mean? You can't just sit up there and be like, I don't know this year. We might be a wild card, but we won't go any further. Get the fuck out of here. Go find another team if you're not optimistic. Everybody's team is optimistic every year because everybody feel they got a chance because the season starts from 0. 15-2. Oh shit. Cash Lord. Fuck it. I'm fucking with Cash Lord. Hey, Cash Lord said that the Raiders going 15-2. I wasn't saying 15-2 though. I was saying 12-5. I was trying to be a little, you know what I mean, a little humble. But Cash Lord said, fuck being humble. We go 15-2 on their ass. Okay, hey, number one seed. I'm fucking with Cash Lord. Who else is down for 15-2? Who else in the chat is down for 15-2 for the Raiders record and getting the 1 seed in the AFC, getting a bye in the first round and slapping the shit out of somebody here in Vegas? Who's down with that shit? Hey, that's right. Let them know, Cash Lord. Hey, let them know. 15-2 is what Cash Lord is calling. Who's riding with Cash Lord? Let me see y'all in the chat, man. If you riding with Cash Lord, let me see y'all put yes or no. And if it's a no, let me see what your prediction is. I said 12-5, but you know what? I'm fucking with Cash Lord. 15-2 on their ass. Hey, I love this shit. 15-2 on they punk ass. You know what I mean? Papa need brand new shoes and a sweatshirt, fool. Roll the dice. We rolling 7 on they punk ass. 15-2. That's the new slogan. And you know what? Even though with the Titans, here's the thing with the Titans, though. If the Raiders do get Ndamukong Suh, and you can keep the Titans from running the ball, bye-bye. Is night-night. They going to sleep. They about to get put in a sleeper hold. It's going to be a sleeper hold on that ass. I'm telling you, they not going to be able to run. For real, for real. What two? Okay, here's realistic. The 2 games I say that we will lose, 15-2, this is my opinion. I think that we could fall asleep for the Texans game coming out the bye. Week 6, after week 7, I can see that happening. Because if we go into the bye 5-0, sometimes you get to start feeling yourself. You could have a letdown. That's the only one I say a letdown. Not because they better than us. And then I say the last fucking game of the season with Kansas City, because we're going to already have everything sold up. Let the rookies in them play. Let Carr and them rest. Because we're going to have a bye anyway again, so you get 2 weeks of rest. No, actually 3 weeks. Because you wouldn't have to play week 18 against Kansas City. So Carr and them, that means the week 17, after that week 17 game, Carr and them can rest. Don't play week 18. That's 2 weeks. Then that second week, you don't play because you get a first round. You get a 3-week rest. The starters can rest for 3 weeks if we was clinch everything by the time week 18 comes. So I'll say, yeah, Kansas City will lose the last game of the season and the Texans game coming out the bye. That's what I said. What y'all think? Yeah, Tennessee, I think we can smash Tennessee. Anthony, hey, you right. I believe that. Gravy, my guy. Good morning, Gravy. Thank you for pulling up, man. Hey, we're just going over predictions of what you think the Raiders is going to be, what their record is, and whatever losses you say, who do you think those losses will come to? Now, in the chat, we had them say, Cash Lord and them is saying 15-2. And they were asking, if we went 15-2, what exactly 2 games would it be that we would lose to give us the 2 losses? My suggestion was the Texans coming out the bye. You know what I mean? You go into a bye, you got 2 weeks off. You kind of low, especially if we go in 5-0, which you would kind of assume that if we're going 15-2. So you go in 5-0, you feeling yourself. You're 3-0 in the division. You're 4-0 in the conference. You go into the bye, you come out, you might slip up and lose to the Texans. Highly unlikely, but that's a scenario that could happen. The second loss, I say, is the last game of the season against Kansas City because we'll clinch everything by then and rest everybody and just let the rookies in them play. Week 18 against Kansas City. So that's the 2 losses I think is the most feasible if we did go 15-2. What say you? Chargers and the Rams? Back to back? LA is our home. LA is our home. I don't see that shit happening. Rams, I can understand. But to kick the season off? Man. We know the Chargers coach makes dumbass decision. like calling timeouts at the end of overtime when they could have went for a tie and just let us take a knee. Dumbass decisions. And that means he's still the head coach. So there's more dumbass decisions to come. You feel me? But damn, the Rams, you said the Rams and fucking Chargers. I don't want that to happen. Not in LA, man. Not our second home. You know what I mean? Not our second home. I can't see that. I can't say I can't see that, but I don't want that to happen, man. We gotta win one in LA. We got to give our fans in LA something to just be deep at the damn SoFi and make everybody think, even national TV think that we own fucking Vegas turf. You know what I mean? For real. Hey, shout out Robert Pena, man. Thank you for pulling up. Hey, good morning to you as well. Thank you for pulling up. Hey, in case you don't know, this is what we're doing. We're giving our guess. We're guessing what the Raiders' record is going to be. And in the loss column, whatever you say, you got to tell us what games are those that we lost to give us that loss record. So right now, I'm a ride with them. They said 15-2. So they're assuming that or guessing that the Raiders will go 15-2 this year and get the number 1 seed. The 2 losses, this is me speaking. Somebody said that the 2 losses would come from the Chargers and the Rams. I'm saying the Texans out of the bye and Kansas City week 18. The final game of the season, because we'll rest everybody and basically we're going to get 2 buys, you know what I mean, at the end of the season. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That's my guess. What do you think, Robert Pena? What do you think what do you think the record is going to be, and what those losses, who are they going to come by this season? Let us know. Let all Raider minds want to know. Raider minds want to know for real, for real. Estrada said, no, we beat them week 1, but we lose to them. Oh, we can't lose to them in Vegas, Anthony. Are you? No. No, we can't lose at home. No, don't say that shit, man. Don't say that shit. We can't lose to them at home. I'll settle for the I'll take the LA loss, but man, not at home, man. Ain't nothing worse than going to a home game and the visiting fans win and they talk shit. You know how many motherfuckers gonna get knocked out? Let me quit. No, man. Hell, fuck no, man. No. Cashflow is spitting the faxes this morning. Hey, oh shit. Robert Pena say 12-5. I said that originally, Robert. Okay, so this is what you got to do, Mr. Pena. What 5 losses come by who? What teams beat us 5 times next year if you say 12-5? Van City Raider, you say 13-4. Who's the 4 losses? Who's that's going to come by? What teams are going to beat us and give us those 4 losses? So y'all go ahead and post that shit. Hope they prove you wrong. But I have us 15-2 with back-to-back losses. Oh my God. I hope they prove you wrong too. Shit, I know it's hard to predict losses. We can predict wins all day long, but to predict a loss, and you know you really don't want to lose. I mean, we so biased with the nation, dude. It's like we don't want to go ahead and be like, we beating everybody. Line them up. We taking them all down. You know what I mean? But realistically, it's like, I guess if we're going to have to lose games, this is the games that we might lose. It makes sense. Like I said, either way it goes, it makes sense. At least but damn, you said home against the Chargers. I don't want that shit, man. Fuck no, I don't want the Chargers beating us here. Man, fucking, oh my God. But if you got to take an L, and we said to pick the L's that we take, I said Texas and Kansas City. Y'all said the Rams and Chargers. Pena, you said 5 losses. Who the 5 losses is by? Van City, you said 4 losses. Who's the losses by? We need to. Hey, Raider Nation wants to know. For real. Oh my goodness. Hey, we gonna smash Chargers. Hey, Sherbert, you call him Sherbert. Sherbert gonna melt by halftime. We gonna smash the Chargers. Hey, I agree with you, Cash Lord. We gonna melt Sherbert. Hey, that's a good name for him. Oh shit! I know I'm about to do a thumbnail when we play them during the season. It's gonna be a container of melted sherbet. You know what I mean? Raiders all up in that ass like an enema. We gonna be in that ass like an enema, either an enema or prostate exam. We gonna be in that ass like a prostate exam. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This morning we tripping. Hey, we having a ball though, man. For real. Hey, everybody that's out there that's watching, if this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content release, even breaking news. But I appreciate all of you guys that's here. Man, we having fun with this shit, man. I still want to see the losses. Okay, we got 4-2 in the division. We're going to split with the chokers, the Rams, Steelers, and KC on the way. That's your 4 losses on the away game. So KC away, the Steelers game. Yeah, now see, the Steelers game, that makes kind of sense because, they're making a big hoopla out of the Immaculate Reception. They even said they're going to have some of the old school players there in Pittsburgh. But the one thing with Pittsburgh, though, we have their number. Even at our worst, we beat Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I would love to beat them on that stage. Playing Pittsburgh on the 50th year anniversary of the Immaculate Reception and get our revenge. That would be lovely. Lovely. For real. Cold weather. Yeah. Cold weather. But you got to remember, Devontae Adams played in Green Bay. You know what I mean? And if you rely on the run game in the cold, look how deep our running backs are. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily 120 degrees in Georgia. That's where White is from. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be a factor. And I know it's not summertime in Alabama. Josh Jacobs, I know they got familiarity with the cold weather. Carr's the only one coming from California. But we seen him playing cold weather. It ain't like he has not done it. So we'll see. Like, if you rely heavily on the run game, we should be okay. Don't forget, we got our who is it? Jacob Johnson, fullback that we got from New England. New England ain't warm in the summertime. In the winter. So he has cold weather experience. I do not sleep on these guys. We got guys in there that, hey, DeMarcus Robinson, Kansas City is not warm in the winter. Mac Hollins. Well, Mac Hollins, we got him from what was it, the Jets? Was it the fucking Jets? No. That's Keelan Cole came from cold weather. I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Raiders, man. Hey, the cold weather, we'll get down in it. I think we got the people to getting down with it. But that would be a factor though to pay attention to. So Robert Pena says Kansas Shitty Queefs, the Rams, the Lambs, the Titans, the Steelers, and the Chargers. Okay. If we were to lose it, those could be games as well. Those could be games as well. Because Kansas City, of course, division rivalry. Rams on the road in LA, defending champions. Tennessee on the road. Steelers on the road. Which Chargers game? The Chargers game at home or the Chargers game in LA? Which one do you say we're losing against the Chargers in? Because right now you're saying all road games, which if we want a home field advantage, we better win at home. And just if we do take L's, the road will make sense. Hostile environment, cold weather cities, you know what I mean? But not Tennessee, because we start off with Tennessee in week 3? We got Tennessee. It's not going to be fucking cold yet. Good choices, though. Damn good choices. For real. I can dig all your guys' choices out there, for real. They all make sense. But I'm trying to go undefeated. Hey, look, here's the thing. If the Raiders go defeated, It'll be better than Miami. Don't forget, because we play 17 games now. If the Raiders go 17-0 in the regular season, win the 2 playoff games, because you probably get a bye, win 2 playoff games, that's 19, win the Super Bowl, that's a 20-game win streak. No team ever. That's better than the 72 Dolphins. 20-game win streak. Who knows? New England came close, and we got the motherfucking architects from that team. Remember, that team had Randy Moss. And okay, let me tell you, SC Experience, I think we was on his show. No, he was on my show. And we were talking about that too. And I told him, I said, look at this. When New England went 16, was it 16-0? 17-0, some shit like that. And they went all the way to the Super Bowl, but they lost the Super Bowl. I said, look how potent their offense was. Under that offense, Randy Moss, they had that number 1 wide receiver. I said, now imagine that offense, but instead of Randy Moss, Devontae Adams. I'm telling you, you're on the verge of, you possibly could do something like that. I'm not saying that we will. A lot of factors got to happen. And if the Raiders do go along and not lose a game that far into the season and get towards the end of the season, they won't rest anybody. They'll go for the record. They'll go for the record and just worry about that first round bye with having the best record in the AFC. So that's something that possibly, wouldn't you love to have the Raiders in the record books as the only team to win 20 straight games with no losses? 20 straight games. I would love that. Boy, nobody, I don't think, will ever be able to eclipse that. Because ain't nobody, look, the 72 Dolphins, that's 50 years ago. Nobody still has. Came close, but still haven't done it, though. Close ain't good enough. This ain't horseshoes. Or this ain't horseshoes or a negative pregnancy test. You know what I mean? It was close. We thought she was pregnant, but it said negative. You know what I mean? Oh, you said, okay, I seen that shit already. Would you like Julio Jones? Oh, shit. With Adams, you know what? I'll take Julio Jones. I would definitely take Julio Jones in this offense and put him with what we have already with Renfro, Waller, and Adams. Most definitely. Most definitely. See, a lot of people's looking at it at a wrong angle. You're looking at it like, oh, he's old now. He ain't going. We're not trying to make him a number 1 wide receiver. If you brought in Julio Jones, it's not to be a number 1. It's to be a complimentary wide receiver too. And it wouldn't be a wide receiver too, really. In title, that's what he would be. But in the pecking order of our offense, Devontae Adams is 1. Waller is 2, Renfro is 3, and Julio Jones will be the 4th option. Can you imagine? Look, Julio. So what would you say about a Julio Jones being the 4th option? Because that's basically what's going to happen. It ain't like Carr's going to read towards Adams and then go to Julio Jones if Adams ain't open. No, he's going to all his main weapons. And there's a pecking order. Adams, Waller, Renfro, Julio Jones. That's exactly what it would be. And I will love him at the 4th option. Julio Jones as the 4th option. You don't have to worry about him trying to get hella balls. Pause. Hey, Nutty Raider Nate in the motherfucking house. Man, what's going on with it, man? Yeah, I want to win a playoff game too, but why stop there? You know what I mean? Why stop at just one playoff game? Let's fucking do the whole thing. You know what I mean? Let's just take the world by storm. Take them by surprise. I seen people saying that we're not even gonna fucking make the playoffs. I see this shit out there, and I don't respond to this shit. I just think to myself, okay, we're not gonna make the playoffs. Okay, you got everybody in the AFC West making the playoffs, but the Raiders. How in the fuck is that possible? How's that possible? But hey, don't say shit. You ain't even got to argue that shit. Because when it's all said and done, then we're going to be like, hey, you remember when you said the Raiders wasn't going to make the playoffs? What happened? What happened? You know what I mean? What happened? Hey, Julio Jones. Hey, you right about that though, Robert. Hey, Julio Jones. It makes sense. He's healthy. He's not injured. He can come in day one and start. You still gonna need the DeMarcus Robinsons and the Keelan Coles and the Mac Hollins. You still gonna need that rotation. We still gonna need threats on the field when people go out. You know what I mean? Or when you run trips left, you're gonna have your 3 wide receivers to the left. You know what I mean? You're gonna need your packages. You're gonna need wide receivers. But we got to factor in the tight end as well, because we know McDaniels like going 2 tight end sets. There's a lot of shit that this offense is going to be one of those offenses that's able to do anything they want to. Any play they want to run, they're going to be able to run it because we have the personnel to do it. The only thing about the offense that concerns Raider Nation is the right side of the offensive line. Who's going to be there at right tackle? Who's going to be at right guard? That's all we're wondering. Because we know the other 3 spots. But that right 2, who is it going to be? And if we so happen go into free agency when June 1st hit, that money frees up. And if you hear the Raiders, oh, the Raiders signed Darrell Williams, that's it. That's only one move you got to make on the offensive line, and everything else is going to fall in place. That right guard spot will fall in place, because the competition is going to make sure that happens. The depth of the offensive line on the right side will be 100% improved from last season if you get Darrell Williams. And the same thing goes forward with the defensive line. You look at the defensive line. If you get Ndamukong Suh, nose tackle, and you want to run 3-4, and you got, it all depends on who you want, defensive ends, the edge rushers, or the outside linebackers. I know Cleveland Farrell's supposed to be outside linebacker now, but just imagine if you ran a 3-4, would you go Ndamukong Suh nose, Max Crosby on edge, Chandler Jones edge, Perryman middle, Cleveland Farrell outside linebacker in your 3-4? You know what I mean? Whoever wins the other linebacker spots, you know what I mean? And then also, if you decide to go 4-2-5, now you can go ahead and add motherfuckers to the defensive team. We already know who our defensive ends are. Or even in the 3-4, would you have Chandler Jones playing outside linebacker? Would you do that shit? Put Malcolm Kuntz at defensive end? Think about that shit in a 3-4. Kuntz, Max Crosby, Sue. Then you got Cleveland Farrell outside linebacker. You got fucking Chandler Jones, Perryman, and then whoever else gets the 4th linebacker spot up there. But Kuntz and Max Crosby, and then you move Chandler Jones to outside linebacker, that can be something you can work in. There's a lot of different combinations we can work with. But the key is having the personnel to be able to do that. And I think with the team we got right now, if we just add a couple of more pieces, veteran pieces, it's going to go a long way. This team is going to go a long way. It's going to go as far as the talent takes them. Let's just say it that way. As far as the talent takes them is how far this team is going to go. That's why Raider Nation is optimistic, because it's been a very long time that this team has been this deep with this much depth and rotational players on both sides of the ball. We're deep as fuck. Believe that shit. We are very deep. Now is all about executing the plays, the X's and O's on the field. That's all it comes down to. We can talk Super Bowl and playoffs all we want, but not until they play an actual game that matters. Preseason is going to allow us to look at the depth itself, because we know starters ain't going to go out there and risk themselves, but at least we get 4 preseason games to filter through undrafteds, rookies, and free agents. We get to see a whole lot of game film. That's why I told people this. I said, don't sleep on the fact that Neil Farrell Jr. can end up being a starter. The reason why I said that is because we're not going to play a lot of our starters, right? So that means there's going to be more playing time for the guys like Neil Farrell Jr. and the other rookies we drafted. 4 preseason games, they're going to have to be acclimated to the system and also develop chemistry with their other the players on the team in the preseason. And it can happen. Like I said, it took the preseason for the Raiders to come up with Derek Carr as a starter. That's where he beat everybody to become the starter, preseason. So keep your eyes open. That's what I said. Watch Josh Jacobs and watch Zamir White. Watch that competition. I'm telling you. For real, for real. Either one. Hey, I'll be happy too with either one. OBJ, look, this is why I don't. Hey, JBO or JBO21. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for pulling up, my guy. You say you ask like Julio Jones or OBJ, and I make the statement with OBJ. Do we know where he's at rehab wise? Did they give a date when OBJ can actually get on the field and play? Because like I said, that was the one concern that I had with OBJ. Now, OBJ healthy, I'm taking OBJ all day long over Julio Jones. I'm taking OBJ all day long. That's a no-brainer. But how healthy is he right now? Is he able to suit up when September rolls along and season opener, in LA against the Chargers? Can he play? Because like I said, the first ACL tear that he received before the one in the Super Bowl, it took him 11 months to see the field after the tear. Are we going to see that again? I don't know. They say generally it takes between 6 and 9 months for you to rehab back from an ACL. 6 to 9 months. That means he's going to miss some of the season. And what if the receivers that we have already battle it out? We find a starter to go at that second receiver, and then during the season, he balls the fuck out. Because the opportunity is there for any receiver we put in that spot to ball. Because the attention is going to be on Devontae Adams. There's going to be attention on Darren Waller. And there's also going to be attention on Renfro. So with that being said, that number 2 receiver should be able to eat every game. They're not gonna put extra help on the 2 receiver, not with the other weapons we have there. They're not even gonna stack the box. I bet you that no team stacks the box against this team. So that means our fucking running backs, they just gotta hit the hole hard. Because there's not gonna be any help for the linebackers. None. I don't even think that they're gonna even. They might want to think about fucking blitzing, period. Because Carr was at about 2.5 second release time. That's the time it took him to hold the ball and release, 2.5 seconds. That's fast as shit. And with the weapons he has, if you blitz and Carr happens to read that shit and go to exactly where he needs to throw the ball on a blitz, depending on if it's a safety blitz, corner blitz, whatever. He makes the right read, somebody's getting their motherfucking ass. Boots and everything is getting smoked. I'm like, that kind of smoke. They're getting smoked. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long day. I love the way this offense is being built, man. They're going in a direction it's going to cause problems. It's going to cause problems, man. But like I said, we're only looking at it on paper. Paper don't win games for you. Getting out on the field and producing does. So that's all we're waiting on, is to see us get on the field and produce. Yeah, man. Hey, like I said, if OBJ is healthy, can you imagine this shit? Can you imagine OBJ with motherfucking Devontae Adams? That's your 1-2 with Renfro and Waller? Oh, I need a drink to that shit. Damn. That's not fair. Come on, man. If the Raiders do that shit, I can't wait till Madden come out. Madden 23 come out, and it's usually August. I can't wait. I can't wait to play that game on Madden. Oh my God, OBJ and fucking Devontae Adams? Are you serious? Tell me that's not illegal. Tell me that's not a felony in 50 states. You know what I mean? Tell me that's not it. Because that's fucking unfair. That is unfair, hands down. Oh, I want to give a shout out. Rest in peace. This is what I'm rocking this morning, y'all. Gene Upshaw. Y'all see it. I had to break out the classic, man. Always got to remember the old Raiders that put it down and laid the path in the foundation for these young guys that we cheering on and hoping we go 17-0. You know what I mean? Or 20-0. So shout out to old school, man. That's a must. That's a must. Man, I want to tell you guys, man, it's been a fun. I'm up here. I'm sweating like a hoe in church right now. You know what I mean? These lights is on me. I got this hat on. I got the jersey on and shit, though. But, you know, I stay representing. I like to thank everybody out there that pulled up, man. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I really enjoyed today. This morning was solid. Yes. Hey, right on, man. I appreciate it. Yes, right. The old school throwback with the silver numbers and the black trim. Shout out to Gene Upshaw. Gene Upshaw. Rest in peace, guy. Man, one of the best offensive linemen the Raiders ever had. You know what I mean? But man, this been a dope ass morning. This is one of the best, I think one of my best podcasts in the morning so far. And I just started not that long ago. But hey, we're gonna get the numbers up. Numbers is going up. If this is your first time here, I'm gonna state this again. Please, all I ask you to do, and it doesn't cost a dime, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news, because I got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. I'm going to keep you guys very entertained this season. It's going down for real. Oh, and check out my shorts, too. I do like little comedy skits, Raider related. I think y'all crack up over some of them. I'm going to do some more today, so there's more coming. But, man, I thank each and every one of you guys for pulling up on me. It's always a pleasure to have each and every one of you guys support this channel, and I really appreciate it. You just don't know how far that goes with me. And today was very enjoyable. I enjoyed that shit. I will be back on tomorrow. Matter of fact, I might pop up. You know what? If you guys know who Sultan Mir is, YouTube channel, subscribe to that shit. I'm gonna go on his show tonight. So pay attention to the fan show. Lunatic Raider be on there. He got at me and said he's gonna send me a link. So I most definitely will pop up on his live today. So y'all can go ahead, subscribe to him if you haven't. Support that guy as well. Dope content creator. Love his stuff. But man, I thank you guys for coming through this morning, hanging out with your boy. Hey, we had fun tonight. You know what I mean? And or not tonight. This morning we had fun. But I will be back on tomorrow, Friday morning, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. We're doing it all again. Good morning, Raider Nation, the podcast you don't want to miss, featuring Lunatic Raider, and this is Raiders Allegiance. You feel me? So with that being said, may you guys all have a blessed Thursday. You and your family, may you get through the day unscathed, unscratched, and wake up in the morning and let's do it again. Rock with your boy tomorrow morning. And tonight, like I said, check out Sultan Mir, his YouTube channel, Sultan Mir. He's going live tonight with his podcast with a fan show. I'm going to pull up. I'll be on there as well. We usually have a good time on there, talk football, crack jokes. You know what I mean? We keep it light, keep it moving, keep it knowledgeable. And hey, if you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. I thank you once again. This is Raiders Allegiance with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. You've been watching Good Morning Raider Nation podcast. Hey, I'm out.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.